Hey artists, today we're going to review our primary colors and our secondary colors. The primaries are red, yellow, and blue, and then they make our secondary colors, which are orange, made by red and yellow, green, which are made by yellow and blue, and then blue and red make purple. We are going to fill in the spaces with each of our colored pencils that match these, and then we're going to use our colored pencils and practice blending to create what we call a tertiary color, which are mixed by our primary and our secondary colors. So if we take red and orange, we make red orange. If we have yellow and green, we make yellow green. And if we take blue and green, we make tertiary blue green, and blue and purple make blue violet, or violet, sorry. And then, I think I went really fast, so red and purple make red violet. All right, so we're gonna get one color for each of our primary and our secondary colors. And so you'll just need red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. We are gonna use our hard pencil pressure for these primary and secondary colors so that they stand out. And then we will use our changes in pencil pressure to practice creating the illusion of value later on. All right, so we have our primaries, red, yellow, and blue, setting up this foundational triangle. And then we're gonna work with our secondary colors with the triangles that are connected to the primaries that create them. So we're gonna get orange, which is created from mixing red and yellow. Color that in with a nice even pencil pressure. Then we're gonna get our green, which is the triangle that's connected by yellow and blue because it takes yellow and blue to make green. And then our last secondary color will be our violet, which is created through mixing blue and red. So with our primary and secondary colors, we're going to take our colored pencil and we're going to apply it to the area that the triangle points to that shoots out into the color wheel. We're going to use this area actually as an exercise in changing our pencil pressure to create different shades with this colored pencil. So we're going to go ahead and create a nice dark pencil pressure border on the outside edge of this area. And this would be our darkest shade of red. Then we are going to change our pencil pressure, going from the left to the right to a medium pencil pressure to a softer pencil pressure until we have a light shade of red, almost pink in the center to give it a highlighted area look. And then we're going to go the opposite way on the value scale from light to dark as we reach the right side of this section of our paper. Taking this exercise as a time to get familiar with our colored pencils how it feels to press whatever brand we're using really hard, really soft, what are their capabilities, and what does it look like when we're using this pencil in its full potential of value. You can see here in the other value scale, you could go from dark to light to from top to bottom of this section. However, if you are wanting a little bit more of a challenge, the nice, hard, dark shade of your color as the border, and then working your way from dark to light to the middle, and then light to dark to the other side, does provide good practice in our use of colored pencils. So we're going to repeat this process all the way around the color wheel, leaving our tertiary areas blank so we can blend those later on. So feel free to follow along with the primary and secondary colors, or fast forward if you want to get to the layering of the tertiary colors. I myself noticed as I moved through each different color, I did get more comfortable and warmed up with my colored pencils, and I did get a nice highlight in some areas, but on some of the colors, I wanted to go back with the kneaded eraser and really pick up some of the colored pencil in the middle to create more of a highlight for that area to really show the full range of the colored pencil. All right, so now we're ready to create our tertiary colors. We would take red and orange, and we're going to do that with our colored pencils, red and orange, and we're going to work on layering and blending them together naturally. You do not want to start off with a super hard pencil pressure when you are layering and blending colored pencils. You're starting with a very soft, light layer and covering the whole area that you would want to have blended. So in this circumstance, it is this entire section. And I am going to go over it with one more application of this orange before I bring in my red pencil. The key to color pencils is patience. And that really is the key to all art. However, I can't stress patience enough with colored pencils. That really is the trick, though, to building up these layers of color, later on layers of shadow and or application to create realistic drawings. It is all about the blending and layering that happens in between these pencil changes. The pencils naturally blend together on top of one another because of the pencil pressing into the fibers of the paper and moving around that medium that you applied. So the medium being the material, which is the colored pencil. You can experiment by going one direction with your colored pencil, or you can notice how it affects your paper if you go a different direction. So you saw that I did apply lines vertically and then I switched to horizontally, so I am pressing the colored pencil in more of the fibers of the paper. Another thing that's a great tool, which I just want to show you what it looks like, I just grabbed a colorless blender from a set of Prismacolor pencils that I do have. I'm going to hold it up so you can see it. It is colorless. It does have like a gray look to it. That was a terrible shot of that pencil, but hopefully you can tell. I'm so sorry. So I'm going to go back with my red and really make this look like a red-orange. Right now it looked a little more orange. And then after this, I am going to take that colorless blender and I am going to treat it just like a colored pencil, and it's going to blend the colors and push them together into the fiber of the paper even more so that it does truly give it a blended and a smoother look. All right, so here comes the blending tool. I think it does look great without the blending tool, but you will definitely notice the difference after applying this. It already in the top section, it looks so much more smoother. So this is a great tool later down the road, changing up your look of colored pencil and just adding this tool to your toolkit in your practice as an artist. And to really show you the difference, here's the other color wheel that had no blender tool used and also was picking up the texture of the table at school. So now we're gonna make our yellow-orange. So not with your red, grab your orange. We'll use yellow and we'll use orange, and we'll start with a very light pencil pressure with our first color, but don't throw it. Keep it on your paper. And then once you apply one color, then we'll go to the next color and we'll layer these up to then create yellow-orange. quite done with our yellow-orange. I just had some lighting difficulties and had to readjust, so we have a couple more layers to apply, and then we'll be done with our yellow-orange. We are going to still do the same with our yellow-green, our blue-green, blue-violet, and red-violet, blending those pencils to create those colors. Feel free to pause as needed or skip ahead if there is a certain color that you are looking on getting practice with, or keep following along to complete the color wheel together. Nicely done. Look at that awesome color wheel that you not only filled in with all your primary, secondary, and tertiary colors, you practiced value and you practiced blending techniques with your colored pencil. Great work. You can go ahead and follow the labels if you would like to remember the primary, secondary, and tertiary colors on your color wheel. And I am going to add the color names as well after I decide I do want to write out tertiary, because this one can be the trickiest one to remember. And there you have it. It's all complete. And shout out to Art with Miss Nugent for these awesome resources to complete our practice.